Hi, I'm Rhonda Clark.
I'm Jennifer Bakash. We're here today with Olivia. So to begin, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, Olivia?
Mhm. I'm Olivia. I'm a Polish American student currently studying medicine in Poland, and I'm in my fourth year of studies, just starting now.
Wonderful.
And
Great. So can you tell us what are two things that you learned during your time with us at Chicago Telerad?
two specific things I learned are some unique presentations of variations on normal anatomy. For example, possible Teller Beaks or ulna minus variants. And I learned about also joint pathologies such as Teller coalition or the different appearances of degenerative disc disease or osteoarthritis. Um, Also, I learned a lot about lung pathologies because we do a lot of reviews of chest x-rays and thoracic CTs here. And for example, Dr. Linder was kind enough to answer my questions on civilization of blood vessels,
Mm,
pulmonary vessels, because that wasn't something I had encountered in my studies.
that's awesome. So you kind of touched on a little bit with Dr. Linder. How was your experience overall working with Dr. Sami, Dr. Linder, and the whole team at
Mhm.
Chicago Telerad?
It was great. Everyone was very friendly and very welcoming, and everyone was willing to answer my questions. I never felt like I was, a bother or anything like that. And for example, I liked how you asked Dr. Sami to show me what the lung pressure looked like on the
Mhm.
CT. That was also really cool. Um, so I came in prepared with some background knowledge, and I felt like that was a good thing because we have longitudinal integration of imaging studies into our university, and that was good because I felt like I got more out of it since I had some preparation beforehand, and it allowed me to ask some more questions or get a deeper understanding than I would have been if I had, started with an empty blank slate.
That's great.
But everyone was friendly and helpful.
Awesome.
That's great to hear. So this was a virtual rotation. How did you find the convenience of doing this experience virtually?
I thought that was very good actually, because I was also having classes simultaneously, so I could attend after my classes at the end of the day. Um, and I was able to, add more to my schedule and get more out of my education that way. And also, I liked that it was very flexible. So, a couple times something came up, as I mentioned with Rhonda, where I had to do travel. I was able to attend in another day and extend those hours, make up those hours. And because there's such a wide range available of participation in the course, in the externship, it's 7 days a week, 9 hours a day. You can choose what times work best for you, and you can even attend full time and get a lot of experience.
I think that's really great. And I'm glad that, we were able to have you and, work with your schedule and, make up the hours and all that kind of stuff because we want you to get the most out of it as well. So that's
Thank you for
great.
having me.
Yes. So if you could rate this rotation on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, 1 being the worst, how would you rate it?
I would probably rate it maybe a 9. The only reason I wouldn't say a straight 10 is because it I did learn a lot, but it has to be sort of like self-directed. You need to speak up and you need to have
Mhm.
some background knowledge already. Otherwise, I feel that, for example, if a fresh student in their first or second year with a budding interest in radiology would not get as much out of it because they would be too confused and not have enough of a background.
Right.
Mhm.
It definitely does require some self-direction for sure. And like what you said, speaking up because, you know, we always want to be able to answer your questions and point out either
Right.
the pathological findings or physiological findings, show you the normals, show you the not
Mhm.
normals. So definitely, yeah, good to speak up and butt in and get your questions asked and answered. So
Yeah.
So then, was the value of this externship worth the price that you paid?
Yeah, I would say so.
Awesome. So if you have any fellow medical students or colleagues that are considering doing this rotation or externship with Chicago Telerad, what would you say to them?
I would pretty much summarize what I already said. I would advise them to come prepared, to not show up without some review of anatomy beforehand, and to not be afraid to speak up or ask questions, because everyone is very receptive and helpful and friendly. So they should never feel like, they're interrupting or anything like that. And pretty much that, yes.
That's
I
great.
would let them know that, they see a lot of normal anatomy as well as abnormal anatomy, so be able to recognize the differences. And there'll definitely be some things that are unicorns, so to
Mhm.
speak, or zebras.
Zebras. Yeah.
Yeah, some rare findings, and those are usually so out there that usually Dr. Sami or will, explain what's going on.
That's great. So I also just wanted to thank you for such a wonderful presentation today on those
Thank you.
chest pathologies. Absolutely wonderful, wonderful presentation. And thank you for giving that.
Thank you.
We definitely enjoyed having you with us.
And I enjoyed my rotation at Chicago Telerad, and thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.